I think we're good. Oh, maybe I should give it another ping just to be safe. Bah. Hopefully the volume's right. So I did another vote in my Discord to see which game to do today. And my Discord couldn't break a fucking tie. That's sad. But, hey. So I figured right now I would show off what we have built so far. And then just start a campaign. So, I'm gonna head into designer. I'm gonna get into a space designer. This way we're up in space. Ideally, this is where you want any satellites to be. But so right now, to get to the surface, you must fall 1,400 meters. So basically, 2,000 meters is going to be your knife fighting, or you pretty much can kiss your enemy range. Now once you're up here, staying up here isn't too hard. It's staying stable, not falling into gravity well. That's going to be the problem. And because we're also in space with no gravity, everything just spawns and stays still. So here we have our bomber. It's cheap, to say if anything. But I was thinking of adding some stuff to it. Because we do have these pylons that would make good, well, for missiles really. I would allow it to hit more targets, but I don't know if we have the ammo for that. We do. You know, let's do that then. So what we're gonna do is go to the missiles here, and we're gonna get a connector. Actually, I don't think we'll need a connector. Maybe just one for what I'm planning here. So, in front here, I'm going to put the AI. And then we are going to put a friend or foe. And then a stagger. I'm going to grab another one here. And put it down there. He's saying it's backwards, but it's fine. Yeah, that wouldn't work, so. And now, I'm going to go to the small missiles. We're going to get this launcher here. Because we're finding missiles, not bombs. The single racks can drop bombs. Which, it would be fun to build a craft that can just do that, actually. Because at most, we need, well, just this for the smalls. Or 2 of them for the mediums. 4 for the large. 6 for the huge. So we just put a fit in the front, a fit in the back, maybe a seeker. But yeah, it should be relatively simple. Now, hopefully, chat, you have your snack. I have my drink and some cheese bread. Simple cheese bread I made just by getting some cheese, putting it in, and some bread and putting them on top. I took them out of the oven before starting the stream, but they just finally cooled down enough that I could actually start eating it. So, still a little hot. Now that does look very nice. Now, I actually have an idea. What I'm going to do is relatively simple. Since we have all this space in here, I figure might as well use it. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And now that can transmit. Yeah. So a system like this would make it very simple so that you can just Oh, this is good. That cheese bread I made is fucking good. So this is one way of having just, well, one launcher safe somewhere. And have the controller safe somewhere, and then you can just have the launchers themselves just be really anywhere. Actually, I think I could just That work? That fucking worked. What the hell? Yeah, so you could easily just put this anywhere. So, like, if you want a laser emitter to control the missiles in one area, but you don't want to run the connectors everywhere, then this. Now, the reason why I don't usually do it is because I have the controller at the same area where the missiles are, so that they don't fire early or late. They fire exactly when they're just within range. Though it does make it more costly. But it's a method I've been doing and I've been finding really good success in. Though this method here works great for aircraft. So what I'm going to do here is actually put a turning thruster. I'm going to hit those fuel tanks. Put 2 regulators. Resistant guidance. And then it's all going to be imp. Heck no. Let's do fire. Let's burn them. I don't know what these do. No, seriously, I don't know what these do. But, I guess 50? Oh, I think that intensity is armor penetration. Now, as to why I'm having them be, well... brain work here. Why do I have well, a turning thruster on a missile when fins do the job. Well, they turn them more aggressively, and they work in space, unlike fins. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? Now we're going to make it so it only fires forward. Perfect. Why do I want that? Well, otherwise it's going to try to hit something there. Sure, it could, but I don't have a one-on turn on this, so I want it to be able to be fired here, and then the stick will be like, okay, I see it, and go. That's why. Okay, now we'll just update this, and then destroy it. Let me show you something I've been working on. This is going to be my space cruiser. I'm still not too sure on the particle cannons, but they do not give a fuck about what the hell you're shooting into. As in, is it space? Is it atmosphere? Is it water? They don't care. Well, unless it's ground, like, you know, dirt. We can't see here. But, there's dirt there, there. Yeah. We have lots of ammo on this thing. And some very large missiles. And since this is designed for space combat, we do have a fin. Fins can work in space. Like, unlike what I said earlier. They can and they can't. That's the thing. It says they can, but at the same time, it says they can't. And I'm just confused. Yeah, so we got 4 plasma cannon turrets with 3 barrels each. It's going to definitely look nice when it's done. It's just going to take a while, because space combat is something I'm not really used to. Now that I think about it. two. There. Now, if the rear it's hit, it's less likely to screw over the engines. Why didn't I do that earlier? Yeah, here's the weather down here. We're all the way up there. Weather testing is something you really should do for your designs, unless it's a submarine, which then you don't have to give a fuck. Or a spacecraft. Or an aircraft. Really. You know, I'm designing this thing for two things. One, to deal with other spacecraft. And two, the poor fuckers on the surface. Maybe also do more for the fuckers on the surface. You've seen the fort already. Now, Mickey. A proper vessel. Oh, I could do with a few upgrades here and there. But I do like the look of the way the A gun just looks like it's on something dedicated for it. I definitely make the barrels of the guns longer, but they already have decent accuracy, so I don't see the point. And yes, there's my friend Kick. I really have to go put all my friends' faces on these designs. And we have one last vessel. More of a prototype than anything. But I was seeing how the plasma cannon's made, or, well, should be made. Experience has helped make, making this spaceship. Let's head down to the surface. We are technically falling. It's just we're very, very high up. See? We're falling. I'll make it a lot quicker. Just get us down here. Fuck our way. Because I missed us falling into the water. Let's see how well Pinky deals with this storm, yeah?
Receiving.
She seems to be doing just fine in it. Not really moving anywhere, huh? Let's get her back here.
Moving now.
still doing fine. But it built her very good. That was simple. Ways like this are no problem for her. Oh, yeah. Though her slow speed is becoming a problem. Maybe I should improve it. Okay, so we only got the one propeller. Though it is armored pretty well.
Moving now. Moving now. Moving now.
Yeah, this is how fast she's going to be moving at any given time. I do need to remember how much engine power she's going to be using during combat to see if I could actually increase, well, her thrust somehow. Did I take my medicine? No. I'm gonna take it quickly. There. Thankfully the meds are staying just literally right there. She's a lot better in stable waters, of course. Let's see, let's turn that off, make her invincible for a second. And just put that there. Okay. She's already at max power use on this thing. Okay. That means I need more. Ah, I know what I'm gonna do. Nope. That didn't do shit to speed her up. How about two of them? Much better, much better. Now, I'm sure you all seen the... Wait, yeah, I haven't shown off the update, have I? To the fortress. I should fix that. Yeah, you probably, if you've been here on my stream for from the from the before, you probably didn't notice a difference here, haven't you? Well, for one, we're higher than we should be, and two, we have some extra decorations around, don't we? Along with a new weapon. I was thinking of making this into a huge torpedo. Because you go small, medium, large, huge. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. And a new decoration. I've been getting into Elite a lot recently. Actually, I'm nearly set up on the continent for Thargoid hunting. So when that ship is ready, and I have enough for rebuy, I'll be streaming me hunting Thargoids. You're gonna watch me fail horribly, though. Because I suck at fighting them. But, yeah. Put more ammo storage, put some torpedoes to deal with submarines, more material storage because, fuck, we definitely need it. And yeah, actually that gives me a few more ideas for more. Can I put this right in the, no? Really? I want to put it right in the middle. Oh. Yeah, I think it would be cool if this was hanging from the middle. Oh. Am I gonna do it with mimics? I'm gonna have to do it with mimics, aren't I? Fine. Actually, I have a better idea. Let's see. Yeah, the single would work. The single would definitely work. It would still need a fucking mimic. Okay, what about the small chain? That works. So what I'm trying to do here is add decorations that actually have a fucking purpose. I don't know why, but that fucking bugs me when the decorations don't have a purpose. See? I could just have that hanging like that. The main part of the storage is already in here, so yeah, I know. Having no protection if this thing goes off is kind of bad, but I've tested this. This fucker is pretty fucking durable. It has to be because, well, it doesn't move. It's a fort. It's basically a floating building. And you need at least one for the campaign. Any other defensive structure I build is going to be rooted to the fucking floor and be built up on stilts, essentially. wide stilts, so at least submarine can pass through, but stilts. Does that mean it could be hit by a torpedo and killed? Yes. But the idea is, these fortifications have anti-torpedo defenses and torpedoes of their own. So, that can be relatively cheap. Run on nothing more than a battery engine, an RTG, and, well, RTGs are these. Radioisotope thermoelectric generator. Basically, the same kind of same thing that was used to power many satellites during the Cold War, especially the Russian ones, and even their manned spacecraft. They are highly radioactive once they are no longer useful for generating electricity. But essentially, the heat from the radioisotope basically decomposing is converted to power. It's a constant but low power. So if you want a good amount of power gen, you need them to be big. But you can use this then to charge these batteries, and then connect this. That'll provide the basic power you need. So as long as you're making more power from this than you are using from the engine, you're fine. Fuck it, that works. Yeah, we can actually lower this floor if needed, but then we get the risk of torpedoes, and it doesn't like it. The automated system just doesn't like it. So the lowest we can go in altitude is 12. But I am thinking of also just making a torpedo bomber to deal with ships and submarines that goes down to 15 meters, drops, and then goes back up. But that requires a breadboard, and I don't understand those yet. But yeah, so that's our fleet. Oh yeah, we have Yuri as well here. She's a simple submarine, but put little wings on her, so she looks like some kind of like alien snake or something. Because when I first made the submarine, she looked like a stiff turd, and I couldn't stop laughing. For now, to main menu. We're gonna go to single player. And we're gonna do a new campaign. Now, here's the thing. So, it's gonna ask me to do the tutorials, but I've done these before. But because I did them before 1.0 release, everything basically got reset at that point. So, yeah. So, we're gonna do the quest for Nether, that unlocks the entire map. The other ones are, you take control of a different faction. But here, you're your own faction. So, we could use either custom settings or start on the easy, medium, hard, or very hard here. You actually just start in different locations based on where you are. Here, we start in the southwest of the map. Here, we start on the eastern side of the map. Here, we start on the very northwest. Basically, on easy, you are not detected at all, other than by the Deepwater Guard, who have an idea someone's there, but not really. You're pretty much non-existent to them. So you can take your time getting started. On medium, you have both the white flares and the lightning hood coming up your ass. Not the two worst ones you can start fighting, but it means you have to start working fast. And it just gets harder. And then, very hard is, well, you pissed off everyone. Everyone hates your gut. However, you do get one of the best starting resource zones in the game. Now, I don't know if picking very hard and then changing the custom settings will change whether or not everyone hates your guts. But let's find out, shall we? Because fuck it. Okay, so let's see if everyone hates my guts. That we are literally in the middle of the mall. Okay. Neutral. Okay. That's actually good. But it does also put this on the front foot because, well, normally you start here and slowly expand. So, and they don't give you a better starting base either. So let's see, can I retrofit this? Yes. How much resources do we have available? Jack shit.
Receiving.
As you can see, that didn't give us much. We don't have the best defenses in the world. We have some shit medium missiles. Seriously, they're dog shit. You rather put small missiles there. these are actually decently set up. The radar's in a terrible... The map radar's in a terrible space because it's blocking this. The gun isn't really working. I just heard a car crash. Fuck, why is this window so high? Mm. Yep. Not exactly a crash, but two people seem to nearly hit each other. I get it's late and all, but people, please drive safely. Ah, yes. So we have 4 weapons that are self-controlled: the mediums, the small missiles, the AA gun, and a howitzer. This is your has to be manually controlled, or no, I guess not. Sorry, everything's auto-controlled. But the ammo's like, literally right fucking there. Yeah, no, not the best setup in the world, is it? There's your AI. There's a Hearthstone on this as well. There's the engine. But, here. We'll just actually just do easy here. Because I just want to start in that part. Here we are. We have an island here and here and there. Perfect for setting up some defenses. Now, I guess not that far into the water. And I'm going to start chopping this thing apart. Because we need the resources. And I want to get rid of that. So, first thing we're gonna do is get one of these. Second is I need to find where the fucking batteries are. Now there's the Hearthstone. Worst fucking possible place. Now, let's grab this. Put it there, and that there. Okay. Perfect. Now I'll get rid of this fuel engine. Okay. That's dog shit. We won't need this. Fuck your doors. Oh look, we would have been dead if we needed a heartstone. Don't care. The fuel storage is going to be replaced with this. And we don't need a fucking ladder. Okay. There. I've done everything I can for this thing. But that's only giving us 13,000 materials.
Receiving.
So, we are going to scrap that for us as being no use. And we are going to make... We go to space here.
Listening.
We pull it out of play. Show it
Moving
here.
out.
Yes. One thing we still will need. This. Okay.
Listening. Moving out.
And now, since it's out of play, it's not really using anything. And off it goes. And now we can start seeing further, can't we? So, our goal is to destroy every single headquarters here. Current relationship is... green. Though we will go against the Deepwater Guard eventually. So I want to get a force going soon. And to help speed that up, we are going to drain this poor place of its resources. Now, I was thinking of having global commodities as a thing for this campaign, but I decided no. We're going to build Liberty ships once we need them. we can afford a bomber at the moment, but then its own cost in terms of material, yeah, this isn't properly designed yet. We can't afford. I have a fucking tank apparently. We're getting close to affording a destroyer, which will probably be our first thing. I do want to get a Pinky though, because that would basically shred like 80% of the Deepwater Guard and without much fucking issue. But I do want to eventually transform our fort into this. But for now, we need to get a vessel built first. And we don't have the storage capacity on this boat, on this thing, to really do that. Or the energy output, I see. I don't even know what. Okay. How are you not connected? Huh? Okay, I'm gonna have to. There. Let me just redo this quickly here. This gives me about 60 seconds. Not enough. There we go. Right now, we're going to take care of our, how much resources we actually have. We don't have a fucking lot, do we? And our gain of them is slow. We don't need these lights. Wireless snooper is just a pain in the ass. It's not using a routine. Take that off. There, we're at a constant rate of generation and, well, usage. So we're generating enough energy as we are spending from the engine. Perfect. But we can actually go lower here in the water. Okay.
Listening.
I want you to go
Moving out.
there. Yeah. Capture, cannot capture. So we can capture these two, so.
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Yeah, so we'll have this guy
Moving
just
out.
go capture that. And at the same time, he will tell us what is out there. I think we're nearly ready to summon a vessel here. Yeah, fuck it, let's just start.
Listening.
And we pull it out. And we're gonna put it there.
Moving out. Water mode at your service. Moving now.
There we go. Now, the reason why I have all my fortresses be, well, battery operated is so the resources that they generate and store go to combat vehicles. My logistics ships are going to be the same way. Look at that thing spin. Now, I'm sure this vessel will do just fine against, like, half of the Deepwater Guard. It's just, it should be fine against one-on-ones. That's what I tested it on. It's against other, like, large fleets that I'm kind of concerned about, but it has very nasty torpedoes, and a lot of them. And it has some point defense options as well. But its main kicking point is that it has plasma cannons. Those are very high velocity, good damage, and overall, they deal good. They are very simple. I'm actually really starting to like them. Though the one part I don't like is how much battery power they take if you get them to any reasonable velocity. Now, what I have to do here is
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
there. Now you can see them transferring resources. This is something I don't really set up in Sandbox because I'm not sure if it will save that configuration, and I kind of just wanted to figure it out later because, well, I could always retrofit these. Now, I pull the fort into basically this, we could speed up time. But I think we're doing fine. But we should do fine. Because when this was in early access, this view here, this relationship thing, wasn't a thing. It was basic. Each one had basically had a counter, a timer, basically. This one was the lowest, and second, you get the idea. Before they just considered you hostile, unless you stayed in their territory for too long, or forcibly tried to capture it. Here, you can actually either request material, or basically, you'll see the timer, but I do want to prep for that. This prep is not going to be pretty. Let me get that out of the way right now. I'm pretty much just going to stuff this with as much material storage as I possibly fucking can. There. That should be enough for any future builds. Is this pretty? No. Does it get the job done? Yes. If you're wondering why our battery is going down, we're giving it to the destroyer.
Receiving.
As you can see.
Receiving.
Why is that broken? Game, why are you broken? Thank you.
Receiving.
Game, did you bug out? Okay, I think it bugged out. Let me just do this. So, we won't need that. We need the fortress controller, though. Okay.
Receiving.
So, as you can see, it has a huge bar here. The energy bar is staying where it should be. So, we're not going to run out of energy. That's what I'm getting at. Once it goes below that designated bar there, it will recharge itself. But since we're trying to get this guy filled up, and look, even in this view, we can actually see. So as you can see, it's going up and down, up and down. Now, the charge level of your battery will affect how powerful your electric engine is. Hence why I'm not having it go below 50%. Meaning this will just slowly just generate its own shit. Now once the combat vessel is filled of material, we will start storing it ourselves.
Receiving.
He isn't set to share. So we have a resource creator here. It will basically, yeah.
Receiving.
Though I do want a mod to make the fucking red capture circles into something else, but I know where to go.
Moving now.
Okay, off it goes. The green circle is the radius of material and energy share.
Listening.
So what we'll do is just pull all, and we can speed it up. It does also speed this up as well. That blue line, I'm not sure. The more vessels you have in a capture circle, the better. Now, all my sea vessels use a fuel engine, meaning they burn material to be active. Though eventually, I should find a way of making a very efficient, powerful electric engine. Okay.
Receiving. Moving now.
Now we have our own territory. As you can see, it is white. So this seems to be the Onyx Watch line here. The blue, I assume, is someone else. Most likely the Deepwater Guard, because they're cunts. Though, we could just go up and deal with the Onyx Watch to capture their resource point, but, yeah.
Listening.
You. Up here.
Moving out.
Now, since this one's staying still, and its energy need is filled, it is not burning any material.
Receiving.
So when you're building a campaign, you have to take account not only
Receiving. Moving now.
the cost to build the vessel, but the cost to run the vessel, as in its total storage of material and energy, and, well, its relative distance it can travel, both in and out of combat. And this balloon is extremely fucking slow, but it is our best eyes we have until I make a proper spy plane. Basically, something that runs on battery that can just go up into space and, well, a big satellite dish. Actually, that sounds like fun. Now, something you can do while in the campaign is hit swap to designer. and you'll be put straight into the designer. Hi, Fane. So, to make this, we'll make it very cheap and out of wood. The AI will be very, very simple. And simply put, let's start by putting the AI down. And pretty much when it has to be in combat, the idea for this one is that it doesn't have any weapons. Instead, it is a spotter. It will be sending everything it detects to other vehicles. Failing that, it will just dip. Now, I'm thinking it should be about like 3 wide. I'm gonna do the shape first here. Okay. And now we go back here and make a quick little cute tail. The shape can also be used to make a boat, by the way. You just don't give it wings. Okay. That looks nice, doesn't it? So, we'll put that there. We have some ducts here. We'll use the wooden duct. Actually, no, that's just going to take up more material that we don't have. There. Now, because this is a space plane, we'll have to put one on this side too. Now, what I'd like to do is disable the auto control. So now we have full control over everything. So I can now share that usage. We could probably even lower the usage than 1, but 1 seems to be the good balance between power use and thrust. Actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't even need to be this tall. Huh. Yeah, no, we don't need these, huh? For the neighbors. Your first design ever, I believe, should just be made out of wood, chat. Because one, they're cheap. They'll be very cheap. Like, the slopes, everything, are cheaper than the single block. And you get a lot of options. They're also very buoyant, so you don't have to worry about the vessel sinking. They are weak to fire, but have a very good EMP resistance for their cost. If you want it to be truly EMP resistant, you grab something like this. Blocks with 0 EMP reduction basically mean that they soak up EMP damage. They eat it, basically. So heavy armor and circuit protectors both do that. So essentially, if something's more or less built out of heavy armor, you could EMP it to death. If it's something like metal, it will reduce the EMP damage that that strike does as that EMP travels through it. It's not going to stop it, it's going to make it less damaging, but it's still going to hurt something. And it still can die from the impact of the EMP strike as well. So you have that to be concerned about. I don't know how fast this one's going to be going, but it shouldn't be that fast. Okay. It can stop. It can go. And that should really be changed. This is going to be its pitch. This should really be not too strong. 1. Same with up here. 0.5. And now we get to do some wing making. The image in my head is the U-2 spy plane that the US uses. So, and that uses straight flat wings. Yeah. But what I am going to do is give it that sweep so it has some aerodynamics, so it can actually, well, go up. Is it going to be wing space, or is it going to be filled in with wood? Not too sure. What I do know, though, is that this is what the roll control is going to be. If I do give it wings, it would probably help it get into space, but that is, this thing starts off in space. Okay. And it's, so far, dirt cheap. Now, on the bottom here. Okay, for now, I'm just going to fill this up with wood. There. Wait, can't I just use these plates? That would make it more expensive, but it kind of would look cool. No. Right. We had to name this after someone, don't we? Who in my chat or Discord will I name this after? Anybody want to be named after it? Named for it? God, I cannot speak today. Guess I could name it after someone in my chat then. I know who I'll name this after. Now, the reason why I have this one going straight into space instead of air is because of the thruster. That's how I categorize it. Right. So I would have on. Arthur the spy plane. Now, let's build its AI by first removing the top. You're probably screaming at me, why? Well, it costs 4. And we're going to be saving on weight and material by removing it. It also lets me see into it. Then you're probably not screaming to me, then why don't I just leave the wing empty? I might actually give it proper wings, honestly. Hence why I have it filled. I'm probably going to fill in the top 2 later, but... I just realized we don't have the engine. I want engine to be at the back here. That's probably more than it needs. Yeah, that's probably all it needs. And for RTGs, we'll see how many RTGs we'll need, or even if we put any on at all. Because if we know how long this thing can operate for, then we can just have it come back to a place it can recharge, and then go off again. Yeah. So I am not too concerned. Okay. Now for the AI. It's gonna be in the front here. And I'm putting this straight there. This could actually become an AI card slot because there's space there. Oh, I put it on the... There we go. Okay. Yep. So I'll give it circle as its thing. We don't want to do that. Let's give us 1500. There we go. And air plays. Max altitude is 4,000 meters. 3,000 apparently. Maneuver card. That's a reverse. It's screaming for material storage. It's not getting any. Then why make it so big? Yeah, you're probably right, but I also kind of want to take the design in the future and weaponize it. Because honestly, this thing is tiny. Right, additional. Case of that. Now we do have to add a maneuver. There. Okay. Hmm. The fuck? Yeah, it's... Hmm. Sorry for not talking much. Heavy think is happening here. I'm building this like an airplane when it's not an airplane. Okay. Interesting.
Listening.
I haven't really messed around with a hover design before. Well, once, but it's been so long I don't fucking remember. So this is kind of me just figuring this shit out as I go. Hmm? We're just gonna do a simple AI detector here. Okay. I want to tell it its that is combat altitude. I want that to make it make that the standard altitude. Uh-huh. Yeah, I need to give this a pusher down as an option. Actually, no, let's not. Let's not put it there. I like the idea of having them here. Hmm. You'll be pushers down. This thing ever goes too high. That's kind of ridiculous. But no. No, 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 no. Okay. If I made this into more of an aircraft thing, uh, okay, just for control purposes. So yeah, currently, yeah, we're in space technically, I think. Yeah, we're roughly in space here. So we still have some gravitational pull, but it's not much. Hence why we're slowly going up and down. Now, I can do one of two things. I can fill this with battery. And make it long distance, or I can make it pretty much a version 2 of these, well, balloons and eye. Because we can make it, this be the cheap little thing, we just place it anywhere. And this is, yeah. This is using a lot more power, like, general info, where's the energy cost? What are the energy cost highest here? $212. Okay, that ain't bad. Okay. As it's a spy plane, I think it's only fitting we make it as unseeable as possible. So, for now, it's gonna stay with its RTGs. Though, the final version is probably not gonna have it. So, right now, what we have to do, I think it's an AI, here it is, yes. It's very simple. We find the center of mass, and we pretty much build this. This is why I was thinking of, I could also just make this into the wing, essentially. See? We can make it into a wing, but it doesn't really overlap, so there's no point. Means that has no point. Now we have a huge satellite. That we have to paint. Basic setting. Okay. It has no weapons. Why is that a thing? Now comes the trouble of how the fuck I'm gonna have the AIC. And that might be simpler than I thought, honestly. Nope. Okay, so then we'll have to go with this idea here. That is by putting a transmitter on it. And then I can... No. No. That's not gonna work either. Well, it's mainly just looking down, so... Simple. Alright. Brain. Simply put, the best way to detect things, I find, is to have a camera and then a laser rangefinder. Because these can detect missiles and cannons. No, actually, no, just missiles. I think they changed that. It's the radar that detects the shells, but yeah, we gotta place more than that. But the cameras are the cheapest. Camera is the cheapest, then radar, along with sonar, and then infrared. Infrared has the longest range of seeing, then the camera, then radar and sonar. Though I am thinking of just actually just putting a bunch of these like that and just not caring about the behind bit. Let's try that. Okay, yeah, no, that works just fine. Actually, now that I think about it. And in order to see down, I am going to give us some radar. Of course, we can still see down with this, but yeah. We could probably make this part here shorter. That looks like a better nose. No. Now to see forward. Oh, wait, we have this for forward. There we go. Radar has a bad bearing. At best, you're gonna get 1%. But its range error is very good. The tracker is even better. Though if you want the best range, you want the laser rangefinder. It's at 0.1. But the radar does do a good second at 0.2 with a bearing of 0.5, with the camera being better at 0.1. So essentially, you want a good camera and then this. So if you have a camera and then a laser rangefinder, your bearing error is going to be 0.2 with a range error of 0.1. Trying to figure out where to put trackers. It is kind of important to have them. It's just this here takes up a lot of space. go. There we go. There we go. I'm just closing it off here just because I can. Should also give this thing much more battery storage. Because I am essentially just closing it off here. Now what I'm going to do at the front here is add some glass. And that's why I added the glass. And it's done. It can find you, it can see you, and it can tell people where you are. And it's cheap! So it wouldn't take much to transform this little guy from a space fighter, from a space spy plane, to an atmospheric dogfighter. It really wouldn't. I drop this. I give it an air-breathing engine. And a different AI set. So, overall, I think it's doing good. The rear end here does look a little weird, but Eh. Am I gonna see that every single fucking time? Oh yes, there's a down thrust. I don't think it's enough. Definitely not enough. Hmm. Still, it means it won't have an issue going up or down now. I think I'll add some more reverse while we're at it. Okay. Wait. Wait. Did I give it the ability to fucking turn? Fuck, I did not. I did not. Okay. Normally I would put the turn like here. But I kinda just wanna actually no. Where can I put you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking pain. Okay. So if I put it on the wing, that's gonna give it the ability to strafe. But if I put it on either end, that gives it both the ability to strafe and to spin. therefore, ideally it should be like here. I change this to fit. Yes. It is now happy. I could have it hidden like that, but that's not fun. No, these won't work here. Fuck it, that works. What I'm also going to be doing is this. And you are going to be pushers for strafing. Okay. There, it's happy. We know it can operate for a good length of period. Now, it needs something to test itself against. Marauder. There. We see it. We see it. Okay, it is now just flying around in circles around the fucker. Why have it fly around in circles instead of just having it, you know, hover on top of it? Well, enemies tend to shoot back. Yeah, so the radar is having a harder time the 360 anyway, compared to this one. Yeah, no, we're seeing it just fine. This data is then going to be sent to any nearby friendly vessels, which should help with their aiming assist or finding any, well, hidden guys. Honestly, that battery charge should last about an hour's worth of combat. 2, maybe? And if it runs out of power, well, it's in fucking space. It will just fucking drift. All we have to do is just catch it. And charge it. It wouldn't be that hard. Now, why did I give it wings when I could have made it a simple rod? Well, for roll control, the further away you are from center of mass, the better. I don't think that guy can tell where we are. It has an idea, but it's just like, how the fuck do I shoot up there? So, yeah. It's a little more expensive than I wanted, but yeah. Oh, this can probably be lowered in power. It doesn't have to be the fastest thing in the world, it just has to go. That is lowering our energy usage, thankfully. Honestly, I could probably get by getting rid of those big ion thrusters. Or the small ones at the back here. And making this more squared to fit the turn thrusters efficiently. Or I could just put more sensors in the rear, honestly. Butt sensor. I like that idea. But now that we have a craft that can go around and scout for us, we're gonna go back into the campaign. Oh. The meeting's about underway. Okay. So this is the council. So here is our space. We have these 4 little squares here. This, over here, is the Onyx Watch space. They have a lot of territory, and I want it. The Ray Talons are up there, followed by the Lightning Hoods next to the Deepwater Guard. Then the White Flares are over there. There is the Onyx Watch. So your 2 starting opponents are either the Onyx Watch on easy, or the Deepwater Guard. The Scarlet Dawn isn't the biggest territory, but they are nasty little fucks. The Twin Guards are over there, and then the Steel Striders are up there. Oop, I need a pee. One second, chat. Okay, chat, I'm back. I got myself another drink. Hope I'm not catching a cold. Feels like it. Anyway, so in order for us to really push our weight around, we need global commodities. We have nothing. So the Council of Nations has met on the dawn of the new campaigning season. They could pick better words there, but yeah. At this meeting, the nations may offer you their alliance or war. Pick your allies and enemies carefully, as wars declared here will last until the next meeting, which happens in 2 hours. Options involving multiple opponents will increase the time until the next meeting. So, say we went up against both the Deepwater Guard and Onyx Watch. That is 4 hours until we could say, hey, we're done. So really, if you're going to go to war, make sure you can fucking finish it. Now, here's our options here. If we wanted to just not get involved, we would have to give. Otherwise, we can pick here. We could join the Onyx Watch here and go against two factions for a lot of commodities. Honestly, fucking hell, that's a lot. We can join the Twin Guard for a war against everyone else. Now, you see that little empty space there? That's where we would have been, roughly, in the medium, hard, and very hard. We would be surrounded by everyone. We can join these guys, and it'll be a 3-on-3, but plus us. We could join the Steel Striders if we had the commodities to make a war against 3 factions. We can join the Onyx's. These guys were the Onyx Watch against the Deepwater Guard. We get nothing, but it means we are not going to be the main focus by the Deepwater Guard. The Onyx Watch will be, and we're basically just the helper. But if we lead the war against the Deepwater Guard, we get a lot of commodities, enough for a pinky. And we pretty much are on a 1v1 fight against the Deepwater Guard. But everyone else becomes friendlier with us. The Onyx Watch gets really happy with us. The White Flares a little happy. The twin card really doesn't give much of a fuck. The lightning hoods are like eyeing us. The Steel Striders are happy that we're actually doing something. And the Scarlet Dawn is happy that they don't actually have to give a fuck about the pirates. So, as you can see here, but this puts the responsibility all on us. So it's not the easiest thing to do. If this is your first time, I do not suggest leading the war. I suggest doing this one. You don't get any resources, but the Onyx Watch will be fighting alongside you. Giving you time to actually prep. You can come in, take resources by just having one little guy fight. It gives you more leeway. I'm sure most people would be enticed by this offer of a lot of commodities. And honestly, I am kind of enticed here. But I think we'll do this one. We will help the Onyx Watch deal with the Deepwater Guard and scavenge anything we get our hands on. And now the nations will play their own wars. So if we didn't do anything, I think the Onyx Watch would have fought the Deepwater Guard anyway. And yeah. Now we have to wait 2 hours.
Receiving.
So I do want to build that spy plane. We have the resources to easily do it.
Listening. 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 Moving out. Listening. Listening. Moving out.
Okay. And it is now done building.
Listening.
We're gonna get its energy charged up.
Receiving.
What we should do is put some more energy generation on this. So that way we can charge other vehicles faster, but this works for now.
Receiving. Listening.
Okay, that should be enough.
Listening. Moving out. Receiving. Moving now.
Okay. I like having these little satellites here just so we have something in.
Moving now. Moving now. Listening.
Because
Moving
a
out.
max height of 705 is nothing compared to this height
Receiving.
Arthur reaches,
Listening.
which is ridiculously high.
Moving out.
And honestly, pretty fucking fast compared to our other forces. Though I want to make an interceptor. Something really fast. Weapons are okay, but its whole point is to cheap, hit hard, be stupid fast. I just not sure how I'm gonna make that. So, because we're allied, we can't capture, but what we can do. See, we got the green there. And we can see there are wars going on.
Receiving.
So these two.
Receiving. Listening. Receiving.
Uh. I guess I can't make them into a fleet then. Weird.
Receiving. Receiving.
Because they're different types here, is that it? Probably. But, I'm gonna send Artie out to go capture.
Now. Listening.
And you
Moving out.
are gonna go there.
Moving out.
So we can see further. Actually, let's have you go here.
Moving out.
And then come back to Artie.
Moving out.
So you can see, this does have a growth of 2,520 materials per minute, but we're draining it faster than that. So once the reserve is gone, we'll have to tune our fart to drain 42 per second or 2,520 per minute. What we really want to do is go capture this. We want to capture that. That will be a nice, simple resource zone we can capture, and then have for ourselves. But how are we going to drain the resources there without another fort? Well, we don't need another fort. What we need is a vessel capable of being relatively stable that has resource gatherers on it. Hi, Tarn! The building part or the strategy part? Also, how are you doing? I'm excited for Friday. Oh. That's fine. It's nice to have lurkers, isn't it? That does sound like a lot of fun. Well, if it keeps being interesting to you, then maybe next time the game's on sale, why not grab it? Anyway, we're gonna go build a bomber, because this is the bomber I made to deal with installations. It's named after my sister. Over here, we have Artie. I'm naming all the designs after my friends and Steam chat and stream chat. From the depths. Doesn't? Oh, it should.
Listening. Moving out.
There you go.
Listening. Receiving.
Let's play this force. Yeah. Okay. Let's get that blade light shown off. And find out how many of these we need. About 3. That's a lot less than I thought and was hoping for. I was really hoping for more. Okay. Doesn't mean we can actually have the battery be a lot less power than an energy storage anyway. But
Listening. Receiving.
So we won't keep any of the material we have. Actually, no, let's keep about 1% so we can do repairs if required. Actually, no. Should be fine.
Listening.
Right now, I just want to get the kazoo here charged up.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now. Listening. Listening. Receiving. Listening.
So, essentially right now, my goal is to capture these 4 squares here. Sorry, these 6. And get this resource patch here. But since they have a defense squad right here, this capture zone is taking a while.
Listening.
The movement cost is wrong, by the way.
Listening. Moving out. Airborne at your service. Listening. Moving out.
It should be able to fly a lot higher than 50
Listening.
fucking meters. You're being weird.
Moving out.
No, it doesn't. Why won't you take off? Weird. Whatever.
Moving out.
No, something's
Moving out.
wrong. Something is really wrong. It's doing
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Water mode at your service. Moving now. Airborne at your service. Moving out.
Really?
Listening. Moving out.
There we go. Stupid thing. Anyway,
Moving out.
let's get you there. No, right. Look at this guy go. That girl. Hi, buddy. Not a lot.
Listening. Listening. Moving out.
Now we're going to do a pull all. gonna speed up time here.
Receiving. Listening.
And we're gonna wait until this thing's... Oh! Grouper. The fuck is a grouper? Ah. Okay.
Listening. Moving out. Listening.
First battle of the campaign.
Listening.
So, we are attacking that outpost. This is what I built the bomber to do, so it should do just fine. But as you can see on the top there, P is our resource cost. And... well, they have a bigger cost. Oof. That should soften them up for the cannons to do the work. Oh yeah. There's the volley. We're gonna follow that down. They're already fucking banged up. Oh, that hit them hard. Yeah. The bomber's gonna be fine. But they are kind of burning nicely, don't you think? Where's it going? I really should disable the point at enemy thing. I think that's screwing up the early launch of the cannon, well, cannon bombs. Yes, you can make cannons that fire like bombs. I was thinking of using missiles at first, but this seemed more fun, so... and we won. Okay.
Listening. Receiving. Moving now. Listening.
The enemy transport is leaving.
Receiving. Listening. Listening.
And we'll watch it this time through the map vision. So you can see the projectiles on the map, actually. I think I made a decent bomber.
Listening.
It is literally just houses. I can teleport to the bomber and literally just disable the weapons and just drop one and capture them for full resource gain. But that's no fun, so... we'll watch it bomb a few houses, yeah? I should give it a better better roll for turning. Don't know where the fuck those are going. So as you can see, aircraft are very, very powerful. What I'm concerned is about that gantry. Does it hold an Atlas or not? An Atlas is an airship of the Deepwater Guard. And a nasty one at that. Shit, it does. This bomber isn't meant to deal with airships. It is now being forced to dogfight against a moving target. Though, the missiles should soften up the fucker enough. Cannon shots missed. If I remembered about this earlier, I would have had to already the destroyer join in the fight too, to deal with such a vessel. I don't think Artie would be a good choice either. Artie's meant to destroy sea vessels. I don't really have a deal with air units vessel. Not yet, anyway. Well, let's go take a look at the Atlas here. And for that, I am going to pause time. Yes, that is an option. So, we apparently took out its main gun. Good. And the Atlas is the reason why I wanted to go with the cannon setup for bombing. But now I'm realizing, on a fast bomber like that, it's not that effective. As you can see, it is a lightweight airship using props and balloons to stay afloat. And mainly made out of wood, so the fire missiles are gonna do great. Let's watch it burn. Though, if you could capture an Atlas, it is not difficult to transform it to a nice water-based craft. You just have to take out its steam engine and put something more practical in there. Or you can repair it and get it flying again. Now, the AI is going to keep screaming about not being able to maneuver correctly just because I have had to put two of the control surfaces backwards just to fit properly. Now, the bombs are on a timed fuse, so if they miss, their explosion radius can still do damage. And this guy is burning very nicely, wouldn't you agree? Yes, the fire does make noises. How fast does this one go? But we are slowly eating away at this guy. Now, I can see the cram shots. And dodge. Missiles, however, can intercept. And you can just see parts just fall off as it burns to death. Burn. Though for an early airship, this thing is kind of annoying. Ooh! Ammo explosion. It lost power. Wait, is it dead? Its AI is dead. Now all we have to do is kill the gantry, and we have won this battle. The bomber that could. That looks like a miss. Wait. I don't think fire spreads. Whatever that was, that got hit hard. Oh, Tarn, do you know anything about coding? Because there is something called a breadboard controller in this, where you basically code how the vehicle will operate. And you can make it very, very complex. And therefore make the vessel very fucking deadly. That breadboard can control the AI, the weapons, everything. You can even change its fucking behavior based on what kind of enemy it is facing. But getting that set up is very difficult. Ah, there we are. Look at that burn. Where's the bomb shells? There they are. Ooh, big boom. The structure has a fucking ton of health, huh? Well, we are slowly getting it to die. There we are. I do need to make better looking designs, honestly. But that makes them more costly. So you know what? This works. I hope they hit the AI, which is the core of any build. If you lose all your AIs and the Heartstone, the vessel is basically dead. And that was a miss. Oh, and it's dead. So I just got a fucking achievement. I fucking did. Fucking nice. Now. Steamworks.
Listening.
Uh,
Moving out. Receiving.
intercept.
Moving now.
So, we're gonna save the campaign here. And we're gonna go back into the designer briefly. Because we do not have a vehicle that can gather and transport materials. The game does provide some starting stuff, as you can see here. For example, the barnacle. It is a cheap material gatherer. My only fucking issue with it is that it uses a material fuel engine. So, in early access, before material was a thing, you had raw resource, and then you had to convert it to either MO or fuel. Because raw resource was only was able to be used for building. So you had to have a whole logistics setup for MO and fuel production, and then have raw material as well for just repairs. So we have the barnacle, we have this thing, which is a bigger one, less throwaway, but still kind of shit. And then we have the starting outpost that we were on. I don't want that. They do give us 2 planes, though. They give us a twin engine here. Heavy fighter. It's got some missiles and cannons, but its design makes it very fragile and prone to damage. Though I do like that cockpit design it's got going. And then we have its bigger brother, the bomber, which is basically a missile bomber. Honestly, I built the Kizu bomber for about the same price. 38 versus it's 35, but you get the idea. There is a helicopter that's meant to be a radar, but honestly, we have a better radar. What we're gonna do here is find a vessel that they might have a pre-built vessel here. Okay. So we have a little tugboat that carries some cargo. That's not much. I don't like how that's all hull pipe. But this thing is dirt cheap. It also can mine, which is a key aspect I am concerned about. Then we have this one. About the same material storage, but this seems... Your fuel engine. Oh, God. Though its hull shape does make it very stable. And it has a gun. I just realized I've been alive for 3 hours. You can tell I'm having fun. So, what we're gonna do is not use any of those. What we're gonna do is go down to the new blueprint section. They have plenty of design hulls here to get started. What we're gonna do is take the wooden cargo hull and start with this. This shape here is roughly perfect. We're going to give it a simple rudder. Oh, had that wrong. And we're going to give it a simple fucking propeller. Give it a 1 power use so it doesn't eat too much. These weird fucking side cuts out of the fucking way. We're going to keep it made out of wood. Just for the cost. Because I don't want this to be expensive. I really don't. Okay. Though we can change the armor to from metal. Change from metal to wood, please. No. That is the only bug in this game that I really fucking hate. Is that if you use a blueprint spawn in, like that, well, yeah. Resources. That please. That gives us our engine with plenty of battery. The idea is that it won't generate its own battery. It will just recharge from any station. I wish we could have more than just engine charge or RTG charge. Like, can I just have a real pathetic like propeller I could just put in the water and just as I move it generates the power? Wait, I could use wind power. Yeah, you can make a sail, by the way. You can also use a paddle. So, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a spin block that is gonna spin this entire thing. The question now um, oh, that's relatively stable, wouldn't you agree? Like, it looks really rough, but as you can see from the stability there, it's only losing like 2 to 3%. Flat bottoms are great for this. The shape is great for stability, not much for speed. So, I'm gonna grab this, get some poles. Oh, fuck, I hate this angle. Ugh. Let's see here. I don't know if I need to make this lower or not. But, that should work. Like, now I just save it as a subject here. I'll place it one lower than this one. Let's see, this was... Okay. Now this, in theory... shouldn't use any engine power whatsoever. In theory. We'll find out in practice, though. Let's put a 5 depth requirement. Okay. Go. Please go. Upside down. Oh. I didn't even give it any fucking material storage. Why you no move? Oh. You're set to up. No. You have the same problem, huh? It moves! This is so dumb. Is it just spinning in place now? Shit. Give me a minus here. And this only costs 4,000, so you know what, fuck it. Offset the weight. Where can I put this? Over the AI. That cost me...
Listening.
This is the dumbest design I have ever fucking made. Like... How fast does this thing fucking go? Chat, what do you think of it? What the fuck should we name it? Fuck, I think I am getting sick. Shit. It just feels like a cold, so I should be fine for Friday. Okay. I have an idea. Thinking of doing here is simple. Just make the paddles bigger. Okay, maybe not that long, but in theory, this should improve the speed for the same torque. And really fucking piss off anyone who gets too close, because, well, screw them. Okay. No. Okay, we'll see how this works. Point 3 again. How are you doing, chat, this afternoon? Did I ask already? No idea. The... What do you think of this thing's speed so far, chat? I know you're all lurking, but it does feel nice to have someone to talk to. Oop. Uh-oh. Where's the center mass? Okay. Well, that's some lead then. There we go. What I'm gonna do now is just give them all a 1. Get the maximum speed out of this thing. Uh-oh. No. Plop. Try to fix your fucking weight stability. I don't want to raise your cost anymore, though. we'll have to do. But now the buoyancy means it's gonna sink. That's a problem. Fuck. I mean, I could just make it into a fucking submarine. Why is it doing that?
Listening. Moving out.
You're not a plane.
Moving now.
Okay, yeah. These have to go. I'm just gonna do the smart thing. And bring back the propeller. And give it a 0.5 requirement. It's not turning. The fuck? There. At least it's cheap as balls. Right, chat? Though 10 meters a second is so fucking slow. These things are gonna die if they ever get in combat. But the idea is...
Receiving. Moving now.
they don't go by themselves. They get an escort. but it is stupidly fucking slow. But it will have to do. Anyway, I've been going at this for about 4 hours now, and I'm getting, well, tired. Tomorrow should be my usual collab streams with Kazoo. We're most likely be doing more Factorio. It will probably be happening at her time slot, so early in the morning. Hopefully I can see you all there. If not, there's always the VOD. Anyway, that'll be it for today. And if you do have the game, I am thinking of doing a community showcase. So you can always submit your best design in my Discord community night channel. Make sure it's just from the workshop. That way I can grab it from that. And yeah, when I have enough, I will set a date. But for tonight, chat, good night. Oh, and thanks for coming by.